morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
I did something. Greetings, Marbles! This is Miss Wolf. I hear the dragon's back in the Stanley Parable 2. I did that goof. You'll see soon what I did, but we're going back into this game. Back into Stanley Parable 2. Which is actually called the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So let's do this game going back again. So hopefully I record this well this time. Can I not do very well next time? Oh my god, what the heck happened? Okay, because I got the bucket now. Oh, let me do that. There we go, my face right this time. Ah, okay. Yes. Never the end, never the end. Got stuff and happened. I had to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This happened. Broom called it thing, and Tickers would pause this thing. But the problem was, it did not record what happened, so.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
So I don't have to do off innings again.
The bucket tightly to his chest.
Here we go again! Hopefully everything records this time, because that was a freaking scene. Oh, what the heck? It's not a secret exhibit. Oh yeah, I picked up something too. Oh, screens. Yeah, that's the problem with recording. Sometimes it records, and sometimes you get a black screen saying, you're not recording anything, but you're still recording. Oh my god, what the heck changed? Also,
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
oh my gosh. This will be a pain in the neck if I ever want to come back here and show you what you guys missed, but the broom closet is evil! With the bucket in hand. You would never see that in this series because...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Listen, one of the figurines was in the bathroom. Oh, my face. They were right there. Oh my gosh. Well, we're doing take 2 of this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
I just memorized now.
life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, wait a minute, there's you. I saw you.
Another miniature stand.
Yay!
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Oh,
Stanley
no.
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh, now we got... Let's do this. Let's do one in the idea by accident. You'll see soon. Oh my gosh. Recording.
Narrator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Oh,
Soothing
okay.
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
The bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh, let's do this again. I found out I can do this! Whee!
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which
I don't know how high I survived that, this.
Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
That's nice.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Oh
in
my
fact,
gosh.
After some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail.
Oh,
All
jeez.
Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to
calm down, Stanley.
This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. It's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
What?
It's what the bucket was counting on.
It became an ending.
The two of them waited for a very long time.
Okay. Never to end. There's never to end. Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed
Great fall community. Okay, you coming with me again?
Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Ooh. And oh yes, that is the thing. Large room, low boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Purple, red, blue. Oh.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Give me a moment. Yeah, do it.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think?
Figlies?
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me see it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. The bucket. The bucket. The bucket is the bucket. The bucket is a bucket. I'm going crazy. Okay, here we go again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Whee!
All along, was the bucket guiding him?
No, this memory.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
3 memory of numbers. I'm remembering numbers, actually. I have no idea how I can do it, but I do it. I can remember numbers a lot easier than first. Oh my gosh.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door
Let's
that
do it
read,
to the logical now.
Mind control facility.
Whee! No more fly off. Yeah,
The
checking my
lights
quarry.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Here we go, across the thing. Here we go, pushing buttons out we go. Watching the screen go on.
And Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Fired? Who got fired?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
What was the bucket
been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Up we go.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except the bucket.
That makes me run if it's so it is. Jeez.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
How do you do that?
Made a sassy comment
With a bucket.
about taking down the system.
Take down the system.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
What?
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
That happens.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? A terrible silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No, the bucket!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
Oh no.
To any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
Oh,
Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Hey, we got that. Okay, here we go again. In we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh no. The bucket's getting weird on me. There will be awards for fighting them all. Well, lots of boxes. Somewhere with red, blue. But first, I want to go in here again.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it
Okay.
all along? Was the bucket leading him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
There we go. The pits of that weird place of here we go. Horribleness. Oasis, bucket. Do I go, bucket? Come on, bucket, here we go.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. What's that?
The lights rose on an enormous room
Yeah,
with
they're out.
television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled
eyes?
it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of
There we
things
go.
does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the future? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
Up
He
we
couldn't
go.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
That'd be weird, Stanley.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Silly birds! Woohoo!
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What? Button that button again. Oh. Oh. Button.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intent. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal jaws in his hands, the one who had pointed him toward this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken,
Silly birds!
was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Yay! Here we go again. Holy cow. Well, that's another interview, guys. The problem is with recording, if it doesn't record, And I'm stuck with that. If for some strange reason I can do it with the sticker part again in the closet, I'll show you guys. Hopefully, when I close this app down, restart another session, the stickers hopefully will disappear. I can go back in the closet and show you what that you guys missed. But the figurines in the other store because they're collectible and they're locked in the game. So, oh well. Anyways, man, by the time I go, see you, little Jazz. Bye.